What's going on, y'all? TheBrandonBrownson here. So, I'm pretty fucking pissed off right now. And that's because I've spent some time looking at what's been happening in Ferguson. So, to give you a quick little rundown of what's been going on in Ferguson, Missouri. A couple weeks ago, this young black teenager named Michael Brown was killed by a police officer. Michael Brown was unarmed and black in public. That's pretty much it. And he wound up getting shot down. As a result, there have been quite a few protests that have been going on in Ferguson, Missouri. The response to those protests have been way too fucking strong. There have been basically military state shit going on in Ferguson. Tanks, SWAT members, whole 9 yards. It's not the story itself I'm here to talk about today. Mostly because I know for a fact I won't be able to do it justice. But I am going to say real quick, do yourselves a favor, Google search that shit, Ferguson, Missouri, because this is something that all of us need to educate ourselves on. This is something that we all need to be paying attention to. Again, that's not the main reason that I'm here. The main reason I'm here is to discuss the conspiracy theories going on about it. Alex Jones, that detestable piece of fucking garbage who jumps on every fucking news story like a leopard on a wounded gazelle, has claimed that the Department of Justice has teamed up with communists and the Black Panthers to hijack what were largely peaceful protests that have turned increasingly violent. Basically trying to say that everything going on in Ferguson is an inside job. Now, there are some nuggets of truth to this, like most conspiracy theorists. Yes, the Black Panthers were there, and yes, a lot of the riots that happened were caused by outsiders. And try and claim that this is all the government working in secret against us is fucking bullshit, and it's insulting to what's going on. You know, there's people trying to fucking claim that arch-Zionists are behind this, including the Israelis and the Palestinians and all that fucking bullshit. And of course, there's people saying the Jews are behind it, and it's just fucking insulting to what's actually going on. It's just really frustrating that anytime something horrible happens nowadays, whether it be the Sandy Hook shootings or the Boston Marathon bombings, there's people out there who are more than complacent to say, oh, well, it was a government setup, instead of looking at what the actual fucking problems are. Here in Ferguson, Missouri, the problem ain't, well, it's the government, but not in the way that conspiracy theorists are trying to claim it is. The issue is there's still fucking racism in America today, and a lot of police officers are getting a little too big for their britches and throwing around their weight. Now, before any of you misconstrue what I just said, no, not all police officers are bad. I've met plenty of cops who I quite enjoy. However, to try and say that there isn't an issue with police brutality and police killing people when they shouldn't have been killed, if you're trying to say that that's not a fucking issue, then you're not paying attention. You're sitting there going la 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 la. The issues here are racism and excessive force by the police. And to try and shift the blame over to the government is an insult to what's fucking going on. You look at things like the Sandy Hook shooting, the issues there are gun control and how we handle mental health. But there are people who are more than complacent to just look at the government and say, oh, well, they're behind it all. When you look at the Boston Marathon bombing, you know, there's issues there that aren't just the fucking government. Don't get me wrong, in most of these cases, the government do play a role. The government should be doing more to make sure that the police aren't as fucking psychotic as they are. The government should be doing more to make sure that people who should not have guns cannot get guns. The government should be doing more, focusing on mental health. It's not like the government's planning this shit. You know, our government can't get a goddamn thing done. So if you think that they're all secretly working together to pull the strings on this shit, you have a lot more faith in our government than I do, and based on what a lot of these conspiracy theorists say, they don't have a whole lot of faith in their fucking government, so it makes no sense to me. It just really frustrates me that whenever something terrible happens, instead of looking at what the primary issues are, people are so quick to try and shift the blame to something else. People are so quick to say, oh, well, it's the government's fault. It's not this, and this. The government's behind it all. That really fucking pisses me off. Anyways, that about does it for me. I just wanted to make a super quick video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. TheBrandonBrownson, signing out.